my friends, it is the day where the Nobel Peace Prize was announced, this incredibly important prize that Donald Trump has been seeking, talking about nonstop for most of the year. And shockingly, completely unexpectedly, he didn't get it. He didn't get it. No, I know many of you are crushed, disappointed, really upset, as is most of MAGA. They're kind of freaking out a little bit. The Nobel Peace Prize actually went to Maria Corina Machado, who is the opposition leader in Venezuela. So, who is fighting against the Maduro government, and it went in recognition for her struggle for freedom and her struggle against a dictatorship. Actually, a pretty good prize, a pretty good person to give the prize to. It's also really good to see the Nobel Prize Committee recognize the fact that Venezuela is a dictatorship and that people fighting the dictatorship are worthy. So congratulations to Maria Corina Machado for winning the prize. I think it's terrific. And again, the Nobel Prize Committee talks about Venezuela's authoritarian regime. So they're not holding back. They're calling them what they really are. Terrific if the world comes to recognize the Venezuelans for what they really are. A lot of people are upset. Putin, for example, is very upset. I mean, Putin said that he thinks this award has lost all credibility. It didn't lose credibility by giving it to Yasser Arafat or by giving it to Henry Kissinger for the peace between North and South Vietnam. It didn't lose credibility for giving it to Obama before he ever did anything, just by being Obama, just by existing as Obama. It didn't lose credibility then. According to Putin, it lost credibility today. The committee discussed the prize for people who have done nothing for the world. And he said about Trump, who should have gotten it, according to Putin, he solves complex problems, crises that last for decades. And I figured out how to ignore him and actually manipulate him in ways that Trump doesn't even realize are happening. He didn't say any of that. I said that. But yeah, Putin's upset. He thinks Trump should have gotten it. Maria Corina Machado herself put out a statement saying, quote, "This recognition of the struggle of Venezuelans is a boost to conclude our task to conquer freedom. We are on the threshold of victory, and today, more than ever, we count on President Trump, the people of the United States, the peoples of Latin America, and the democratic nations of the world as our principal allies to achieve freedom and democracy. I dedicate this prize to the suffering people of Venezuela and to President Trump for his decisive support of our cause." I mean, leaders of the world have figured out one thing. Really, across the board, you saw this with Mark Carney, the Canadian premier, visiting the United States a few days ago. And you see it with Netanyahu, you see with the Europeans, are very good at this now. They figured out something in the last few months, and that is the best approach to Donald Trump is to compliment him, to suck up to him, to constantly be nice to him, to constantly say nice things about him, and then you get anything you want. Then you get, and I mean, unless you're Putin and you have something on him, but everybody else just have to suck up to Trump, and you get whatever you want. And of course, Machado is particularly nice to Trump right now because Trump has got the Navy out there in the Caribbean Sea and is threatening the Maduro regime. There are rumors that the U.S. is getting ready to depose Maduro. Venezuela and her, of course, will benefit enormously if that happens. But generally, if you want anything from the United States, if you want anything from Trump, then the way to get what you want is by sucking up to him. It's really, really, really simple. You notice how he was so much nicer to Canada this last visit. And Connie won't say a negative word about Trump anymore. In interviews and everything, he spins everything positively because he knows that Trump has thin skin. And if you criticize him, that's it. He'll come after you, and it's horrible. Anyway, the Norwegians have not figured this out. And the spokesman for the Nobel Peace Prize was asked by a reporter, why didn't Trump win the Nobel Peace Prize? And the committee chair for the Nobel Prize said this: "We only give the award to people of courage and integrity." I expect an aircraft carrier to deploy to the North Sea. I expect tariffs to go up on Norway, and just for that comment, I expect Norway to be in big trouble, big trouble. Just for that. All right. MAGA's freaking out in the meantime. People are very upset. Senator from Wyoming wrote, the woke Nobel Committee gave Obama a Peace Prize for doing nothing. They wouldn't know peace if it stared them in the face. We'll see. Other people have flipped out and accusing the Nobel Peace Committee of all kinds of things. The problem is the Nobel Peace Committee actually gave it to somebody good, and a lot of MAGA know that because they're very anti-Maduro. So it's hard for them to criticize it too much. But yes, the compliments rolling into Trump from all over is pretty stunning. And if it was up to certainly up to Twitter, Trump would get a Nobel Peace Prize next year. Next year, there's always next year. Don't give up. Don't give up, Trump. Don't give up, Donald. You will win one. You've got a good chance.